PCs, all the lab equipment, all the... Basically, all of everything is powered off of, like, one outlet, and it's not even, like, the outlet splits into, like, a splitter that then splits out into more. It's like, it's a splitter that then goes into a power strip that then goes into another power strip, into another power strip, into another power strip, into another power strip. And you think that I'm, like, being... exaggerating or being facetious, but it's literally like 10 power strips long. Like the power strip here next to the desk is like the 10th one in a long stream of daisy chained power strips. And I'm not even exaggerating, man. This is like an electrical scientist versus electrical engineer thing. Please tell me what an electrical scientist is. Anyway. Let me read off. Let me thank everyone for, you know, their patronage. Arch Novelist, thank you for the 20 months. I appreciate ya. Angry Marine, thank you for the 2 months. Skay C, thank you for the 21 months. King Kashova, thank you for the gift sub. King Kashova, thank you for the bits. Spooky McSpookerton, thank you so much for the 8 months. Shreckle Chef, thank you for the fresh T1. Kindreth, thank you for the 9 months. Birdie, thank you for the 3 months. Jaded Kairu, thank you for the 10 months. Zeno, thank you so much for 6 months. Holy shit, brother. It's been 6 months already. Weeaboo Judas, thank you for the 15 months. XX Your Furry Otaku, thank you for the 6 months. Zanfalk, thank you for the fresh prime. Chaotic Enigma, thank you for the 3 months. Topo Kato, thank you for the gift sub to Old Man Smithers. 2Max, thank you for the 25 months. I appreciate you, brother. Whalesbone, thank you for the 6 months of prime. Laris, thank you for the 3 months of prime. Billionth B, thank you for the 8 months of prime. Mew Mew Hime, thank you for the 16 months. And Hogs Hoodie, thank you for the 1,000 bits. Jeez. Donation to the Void. Also, thanks for the great streams. I'm a VOD watcher mostly. Thank you, dude. I appreciate you. Oh, and YouTube, thank you for 14 czars. I don't even know what currency that is. My movie ticket for today's stream. Hell yeah, brother. I don't even know what a fucking czar is. I heard you ask me to post score. This is my first time ever playing the game. I'm not even clicking on it because the link's too damn long. Mods, can you time them out for 4 hours for posting a link? They're not supposed to do that. Thank you. Anyway. We have a... Oh, wait, hang on. Before we get into the project. Nirvana Katana, thank you for the 100 bits. Czar, it's South African Rand? There's no way, man. Do it, mods! Do it! It'd be funny, but it's not very fair. Isn't Tsar a name for an old Russian emperor? Yeah, but not Z-A-R. Alright, anyway, hang on. I gotta do an intro here. Because maybe you guys don't even know what we're doing. Honestly, it's a little bit nebulous now that I think about it, because this is not a project that speaks for itself to quite the degree of some of the other stuff we do. So, on this channel, we have made many cooking devices. We practically started. We got popular off of building robots that cook. Mostly ones that are controlled by chat. And, so, you know, I built a few cooking robots in my day. So imagine my surprise when I see posted, like, a couple weeks ago, I I see posted on Twitter a video of a new innovative startup-driven device that is supposedly, it's sold as a personal chef, a private AI-driven personal chef. Actually, do they even advertise AI for this? I'm not sure. It's kind of like 5 years ago, you just inserted the word blockchain somewhere into a normal pitch, and most of the time you'd be right because they were inserting that shit into every pitch they possibly could. Now it's AI, so I don't actually know if it's AI driven, but it's something like that. But what was AI driven is the video they posted of it functioning. So I'll show you it here in a second. Because you gotta see it. You gotta see it to understand, like, what we're trying to make today. Also, We a Biscuit, thank you so much for 10 gifted subs. Gifted subs to Trojan Zebra, Not Your Grandma, Alex Coppertone, Scoopity Poop, Nikaru-san, Ninvidiki, 568, Sea Cozy, Do Your Raccoon, Mr. Maximax, and Cornstalk. I appreciate you. Hina did show it. I think she might have been the one that posted it initially or interacted with it in a way where... interacted in it with a way where I saw it. Just came here from the bottle opener video? Hell yeah, dude. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome. I did that build a while ago, but I was like, guys, we need to make this into a proper video. Hang on. I'm pulling the video up, because I have it saved in my dank archives. Hang on a second. I have a channel in my own Discord server where I save ideas that I want to turn into streams. So, I have it saved there. Let me just make sure. Alright, yeah, we're good. We're good? Okay. Check this guy out, okay? This is the video they posted. Okay, so here's their pitch. Introducing Replicator, fully automated, smart private chef. No more hustle cooking. No more overspending on food delivery. I know they'll use this in their marketing. No more eating that same salad bowl and burger every day. Nutritious, home-cooked, delicious food. Comment below to get on our beta tester waitlist. Now, that's a little bit bold because I don't know if they even have a fucking prototype, man. So... They very clearly use... Alright, shut up. They very clearly use AI to make this video of this thing that makes, like, soup in a pot. You can tell it's AI because the shit does not, like, keep continuity. Like, this keeps changing color and, like, size and everything. There's a weird, like, little stir bar here. It's stomp clap music. It is. See, look, now that's clear. Now this thing's a coffee mug size. Like, it don't make no sense, man. They shortcut on their damn video. Crock pots exist. They invented a slow cooker. No. They invented a pot with a stirrer in it that drops one of two ingredients into the pot. You don't understand, man. No more hustle cooking. No more overspending on food delivery. And no more eating the same salad bowl and burger. Instead, you can have a different soup in a pot every single day. Now, I'm going to give you guys... I am well acquainted with, like, the San Fran Performative Tech Bro grind set. Because when I started when I was 14 years old or so. I would lie about being an electrical engineer on the internet, and I would get contract jobs at cut rates to work for mostly startups and other various cheap asses who are looking for electrical engineering work to be done for cut rate prices. So before I even hit college, I already was fully disenfranchised with startup culture and understood that every single one of these fucks is lying through their damn teeth. Because because the amount of bullshit you see when you're working for so many of them, man, it's actually unreal. And they're still on this grind set. I can tell you right now. So basically, I'm trying to say is I have a tap on the brain of the startup creator outside of the, like, you know, hotboxing the intense grade copium that you are if you're actually in the culture yourself. So I know what they're actually selling here. They're not selling this robot. This is secondary. This is some shit so that it catches the eye of some venture capitalists that they want to buy their thing from them and sell it for real. This isn't something they have a vision for. This is something that they think they'll be able to sell to an investor. The main thing that they're gonna sell to the investor is not gonna be this fucking coffee pot that drops food into a bowl. It's gonna be a subscription service to dipshit.io where for $500 a month you can get 7 slop bags a week delivered to your apartment in a refrigerated carton. That's gonna be the actual service that they're going to sell when this goes to market. And you can tell because they claim it's gonna cut your time down, but this shit requires all your ingredients to be pre-chopped. Nah, get me out of here with the slap chop. The slap chop? The stomp clap. What is the target demographic for this? Other Silicon Valley tech bros that are investing in it. Literally, that's what I'm saying, is there is no target. There is no customer that exists that wants this outside of the ecosystem of people that would also want to invest in it. Because this already exists. If you want to cook your own food, there's shit like HelloFresh and Blue Apron and all that. And if you want pre-cooked food delivered to you in a little thing that you can microwave, which is a better device to make a quick meal than this thing is, then you have like Factor, and there's other ones. There's other, like, it'll mail you a set of pre-cooked foods. The slop chap. Slop chap. Dude, I should name mine that. This is a new generation of Juicero. I wouldn't be surprised if, like, the Juicero, there's like a little, maybe like a QR code, but there'll be like an RFID tag that you scan that sets the settings to drop in each of the ingredients. I don't know, man. The thing that they show in the AI video doesn't even have a means of dropping the ingredients through. But, luckily, this thing already exists because there is already, I don't have the video ready. I wasn't able to find it right before the stream and I realized I forgot to bookmark it. But this already exists, and it's a crock pot that has like 6 chambers above it, and you can set each chamber on a timer to drop it in as the thing cooks, which is effectively the only thing that this is doing. Juicero machines were very good for parting out. Yeah, it had like 20 custom CNC milled parts in it. The Juicero is unique because it's not a scam in the sense that a lot of these AI things are, where they're not only badly thought through, but they're also badly designed. Because, like, it was actually a really well-designed thing that no one needed. You know? This one has AI. I don't even know if the device itself has AI. You know, I would say, oh, I don't want to shit on a small startup, but I know that previous statement where I've worked with a bunch of small startups, actually, I am not gonna hold back on a thing that I very well believe to be a scam. But it's okay, because normal people are not the target audience. There is no target audience for this thing. The target audience is other tech bros that can be fooled into thinking there's a target audience for it. Yeah, the Juicero is massively over-engineered. It has AI in the video. It's a current buzzword to attract investors. I know, dude. Oi, oi. Yo, Simpletons, thank you for the 12 months. That's a long time. Appreciate ya. Snowbo, thank you for the gift sub. The Sick Phantom, I appreciate ya. Oi, oi. Is over-engineered tech slop the seething tech slop? I'm falling into the trap of calling everything I don't like slop. But like, come on, man. It's this one. It's appropriate. I feel like. Are we gonna be making the same, but instead of CNC parts, we have cardboard? We're a little more professional. I have 3D printed some of the primary parts, including the little part that holds the water and the food. So the way that this works, and I haven't put it all together yet, but this is why I didn't get much sleep. I was up late last night modeling this out. Because originally I was like, oh, we can bullshit most of this. And then I was like, but what if we 3D printed the main chamber? And then, what if we 3D printed the little thing to let the food in? Oh, what if we... So I had some different... I had some last minute decisions to 3D print parts. Which is why I'm a little low on sleep today. But let me rest assured, this isn't gonna look, it's not gonna look incredibly slick, but also, it's a prototype that I'm building in, like, 2 evenings, effectively. Oi, oi. But PLA is not food safe! Motherfucker thinks I'm reusing this to, like, legitimately cook meals. PLA is not food safe when you expect to be able to wash it over and over again and reuse it over and over again. That is where its food safety fails. PLA is completely fine if you're only gonna use it for a demo. Because it doesn't have, it's not gonna have the bacteria baked into it. Alright, hang on a second. So this is how I design these. This is literally too long. Alright, hang on a second. That's too long as well. I gotta make sure I don't have one that's too long nor too short to fit in the hole. Oh my gosh. There we go. Oh, it shoved this out the other end. This one is too long. Dang it. Hang on. There we go. I could have measured the bolts initially, but, you know, measuring's for scrubs. So the idea is that you have something on the bottom here, either a solenoid or a piston of some sort, that holds the flap up. And this goes in the bottom of this. This is going to just affix down here so that then when you release the flap, and it drops the food into the pot, and then you and it closes it back up. That's the idea. Are y'all really fucking tisming out over the PLA? Go back to the 3D printing subreddit, little bro, okay? They love fucking bursting every blood vessel in their face every time someone posts something printed in PLA that is gonna come into contact with food for 0.5 seconds. It's maybe the most insufferable concern trolling of all time. I fucking hate it, dude. The Reddit will hear about this. That's nice. How is it gonna deal with heat? You guys are asking me more questions than the people in the original fucking comments section did, man. I don't know. We'll figure out how it deals with heat. I haven't even assembled the whole thing yet. You don't even know how far above the pot this thing's gonna be. Because it's not, I didn't print the whole thing. These are the parts I've got. This is the stirrer. This is gonna go on to this, this gear motor here. And this is gonna pop in the top of the pot. And then this is already geared down, so I shouldn't have to... I shouldn't have to mess with it much. Yeah, there we go. Then it can keep the pot stirring. Doink melted plastic flashbacks. Is the stirrer gonna handle heat long enough? How do you find out if something's gonna work or not? Like, you can run some calculations, you can get some theory, but how do you find it out? I want you a little activity for chat. How do you find out if something's gonna work? You fucking try it, man! You're in the testing zone right now. Welcome to the fucking Rumbleverse, brother. You are in the area where we are going to see how this works. In keeping with the spirit of the stream, I have not tested any of this shit. It is all here for me to test now. So we're gonna find out. Welcome to R&D. Print it with hot glue for more trigger. That'd really get them going. Yeah, actually, I should get some hot glue out real fast. Thank you for the 2 pounds, by the way. Print it with TPU. Dude, I can actually print TPU now because I have the A1. Oh, I should try that. I haven't messed with that before. Also, Warward, thank you for the $5. Kickslish, thank you so much for the fresh T1. And Error, thank you for the fresh T2. Thank you, thank you. R&D stands for rage and duct tape. You know, you might have a hard time believing it, given that now my career is yelling at people on the internet and badly building things. But I used to work in R&D. There are high quality, specialized products out in the world right now that I had a directly influential hand in designing and bringing to market. How dare you not test? It's more how dare you not test if it works before you fucking make it. Come on, man. I don't know. Catalyst Lilith, thank you so much for the 3 months. Payco, thank you for the 2 BAM. 2 BAM again. I forgot what BAM is, but I like that it's called BAM just because it's funny. It's a funny currency. What the hell? It's Bosnian. Oh, it's Bosnian. You're right. I forgot. Artilleria. Lab worked at Bad Dragon. I did not work at Bad Dragon. That would be a way better story. I worked at a place that was not quite that interesting. I also made a lid. It slots in like this. I'm only gonna use it if we really need like a lock-in lid. Because when I designed it, this was like last minute, and I didn't think, oh wait, I should probably put a handle on it to pick it up off. So you have to fucking pry it out with your fingernails. Not very good design. Not very good design at all. The water basin is gonna need a parasaltic pump to pump the water Or you could, like, have broth or something. We're assuming this is gonna come in, like, a meal kit. But it can pump it out of this, and then down, and then there's gonna be the outlet hose can run down this hole and out the bottom and be directed into the pot. I once was the reason why a major manufacturer had to add a ferrite choke on their product after it left people stranded miles from civilization. Don't you love being the reason they made a change for something? There were a lot... I was the one who had to deal with when we got stuff that made us make a major change like that. Can't particularly say I enjoyed that part. We're gonna be needing this hot glue pretty heavily. We're gonna be dabbling this shit on like it's 5-minute crafts, man. Was the AI designing? What did I miss? Sorry, I'm not gonna keep showing it throughout the video, but basically there's an AI there's an AI video of a product that a startup is trying to sell that like cooks food for you, so we're gonna make the real version of it. The only issue this project has so far is that it's hard for me to explain what it is if you haven't seen it. Who is the best musician? Amanda Lynn. Oh, I get it, like mandolin. Goof. Hammer, thank you for the fresh Prime sub. I appreciate you. Just have the video playing in the corner? Hang on. Hang on, hang on. You might be onto something there, bro. Hang on. Twitter video downloader. Alright, I love when I have to go through a complicated questionnaire for it to not sell my personal data. That's really cool. Holy shit! Alright, hang on. Save. Save video as... Twitter AI dogshit.mp4. Excellent. Playing that. Shut up. This. Yeah, put this up in the corner. Now you guys, you can see what we're aping on the whole time. Sorry for the stomp clap jump scare. They're pandering to millennials, man. It should be muted now, though. I should do a karaoke night where I only do stomp clap music. Actually, roll that into my concept for making the lowest viewed stream of all time. Hang on a second, this shit leaking. Yo, Left Elbow, thank you for the $2. What's your favorite Christmas present you got? Hang on, I have to think back to when I was a kid. It's probably when I got my laptop, honestly. That was pretty great. But that was when I was like 16 or 17. That was when I was like 18, actually. I was in college before I got that. But when I was a kid... Oh, wait, what? Where'd the video go? Oh, I forgot. I can't just put a video in. I have to say loop. Loop. There we go. Actually, no. I know what the best gift I ever got was. It was a Palm Pilot TX. And no, I'm not joking. This was pre iPod, iPhone days. And that shit, it was a portable device that could go online. crazy technology at the time. Also, I remember I created an entire method for how to put movies on the thing. Because I was really, you don't need to explain what a Palm Pilot is. I'm sorry, Unk. We are all hashtag Unk status right now, okay? If you were around and remember the Palm Pilot days, that was old. The tiny, horrible keyboards. Oh no, bro, the TX had innovative patented technology where you would write a letter with the stylus and it would convert it into text to type. So you would just write each letter in the little spot and it would type it out. And I got pretty good at speed typing it too. Alright. This is our little food dropper. Those keyboards were great. I know, that's what I'm saying. Don't fucking call it the Apple Newton, but less shit. It wasn't a fucking Apple Newton. That was like early. That's way older. What's the point of the little dropping thing? Oh, of those flaps? Well, the idea is that you put your food in here in the slots in the top, and then it drops them in the pot underneath in intervals. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have either a solenoid or a pneumatic valve. I'm not sure which. We'll do some testing here once I get it all glued up. That will release. It can go in and out and either close the flap or open the flap and drop the food in. Older, better BlackBerry. My dad had a BlackBerry for a long time. Back when they were still still something people wanted. Unfortunately, those days were numbered for them. Blueberry phones were mad expensive for no reason. What the fuck is a blueberry? I remember BlackBerry made their own social media, and in like 2014, one of my friends got a free BlackBerry phone because he emailed, or he messaged the CEO of BlackBerry on their proprietary social media that like no one used. And he said, hey, I'm an up-and-coming Android developer. I would love to develop a proprietary application for the BlackBerry device. And he just, like, full believed him and sent him a free phone. He's a real hustler. He made that CEO's decade. That CEO was probably the one who wanted to have the social media, and probably all the other guys were like, nah, dude, social media is already established. We don't need to make our own social media. And he was like, no, if we want to succeed, we need a social media. How was the app? Oh, he never made any app. Oh, don't worry, bro. He didn't make shit for them, actually. He had me and him shared a developer account so that because we were both poor as shit, we would repackage open source emulators and put them on the App Store and then cash out on as much ad revenue as possible before they inevitably got taken down. And the worst part is we were not the only people doing this. This is gonna take a bit to cool. Whoa, Scammer arc? It wasn't Scammer, but dude, let me tell you, we never felt more ballin' than when we had one that started making $50 a day. Now, it only was on the App Store for 4 days before it got nuked. But those 4 days, we felt like the king of the world, man. We were able, that was more than we paid in like half a month of groceries. Is the hot glue food safe? You should find out. I hope my cock and balls are food safe, because I'm gonna dip them in every container on this damn thing just to get back at all you fucking Redditors asking me if the PLA is food safe. Fuck off. Who cares? Can you get sued for making this device? So, I debated quote retweeting I debated quote retweeting the original because because it's like, okay, it's clearly an investor scam. It's some startup slop. Like, I don't feel bad for the scam not working. But I looked at, I went and looked at the profile of the guy that was posting it, and they had, like, a few different, like, because all these people that are in the hustle thing, they brag about basically everyone of any importance that's ever interacted with them. And then when they were flexing, like, who they were working with and what they were working with, one of the things that they, like, cited as support is something, and I don't know how accurately I'm understanding it, but I think it's like a house or a building in San Francisco where, like, 30 people live and work in, like, the same house. It sounds like absolute shit. But it's like some kind of, like, collective like that, where you just, like, live with a bunch of, like, tech bro hustle guys, and, like, they pitch, like, VCs to it to work with the different people in it, and I'm like, is it punching down to be like, this shit sucks, when the guy's living with like 30 other tech bros? Like, that sounds fucking miserable, man. I have a house. It's a house in Ohio, but at least I don't share it with a bunch of other, like, fucking tech bros. Maybe it's just a workspace, but from how it's described, it looked like it's a house or like a living space. Maybe I have misconceptions though. Hang on, wait, I'm looking right now. Hang on, wait. They've posted some stuff more recently than when I initially researched this. Had a great time pitching in at some guy's Twitch stream. We've made a fully automated private chef. If you want to be part of our beta testers, follow him. Hang on, wait. Who's the guy? What guy on Twitch did they pitch in? Is this like a legit dude? This guy's like a hustle bro, like, infrastructure guy, because 4 hours ago he tweeted, any startups in San Fran building cool stuff, DM your address. I'm down to pull up. And a bunch of, like, inspirational stuff. Is this like a... Is this dude real? Yeah, he is. Oh no, bro. Oh no, bro. Alright. Vesting Live, please don't fucking come at me for coming after one of your One of your beloved startups that you're platforming. This motherfucker sells Herbalife. It is like a little bit of a shithead move to see how big someone's social media is to determine how legitimate they are. But that dude does have like twice as many Twitter followers as I do. So assuming he didn't buy them, this is getting pitched around bigger areas than me, that's for sure. That said, I still think, like, they don't have the details up, but I'll be fucking surprised if I'm wrong about this being a means of selling a fucking subscription service. The guy's 100% one of those any PR is good PR people. Shit, man, I should fucking pull him on... I should pull the guy who made this on the stream. I want to ask him... Well, one, I want to ask him what the actual prototype looks like and if it exists. And two, I want to ask him if he lives in a house with 30 other guys. But maybe that's a little off topic. I don't think I'm cut out for the fucking, like, hustle culture influencer Ouroboros loop. Because I just don't like it at all. He'll pull right up to you. No, not the Twitch streamer. The guy that made the device. We all know there's no prototype. I know they at least have 3D models because they have, they had something they posted on Twitter like a day ago of them failing to print the 3D model. Or like they tried to print it and the print fell off the print bed. And I also recognize the printer they're using is a Bamboo P1S because I got the same damn printer. And I also know that it's fallen off the print bed because the P1S has good calibration, but it's not that good on the edges of the print. And when you're printing something real big, sometimes the edges of the print get loose if you don't put down some adhesion first. The A1 doesn't seem to have that problem. That's why I've been using it to print all these big boys. Are you sure this isn't your evil twin brother? The person that invented this? Well, one, it's a woman. I guess I've been calling them a dude. My apologies. I don't mean to, I don't mean it insultingly. I'm using gender neutral dude here. But two, in an alternate life, I would be... In an alternate future, I would be living in the San Francisco hustle house, trying to hawk some questionable wares. There's a cursed alt-universe version of me that ends up there. Dude neutral? I do use dude neutrally. Hawking some questionable tours. Shut the fuck up. You know, maybe I should use more than just hot glue, given that this is gonna be... Wait, yeah, what happens if this is above a stove and the fucking glue starts dripping into the into the pot? Then what, bro? What is the meal plan? It's gonna be a basic stew with chicken and vegetables. And that's it, because there's only 2 slots, right? So I imagine they have some plans for different, like, meal kits. But that's what we're, that's what we're getting. Do ingredients max? Test it to see if it melts at stove temps. Well, I don't know how well the PLA is going to hold up to the temps, I'll be real. So we have these solenoids. These are 12-volt solenoids. And we do need to use them sparingly because if I remember correctly, they get really hot when they're actuated. This one ain't even fucking working. Are you kidding me? Alright. Get him out of here. I have a bunch of these. This one doesn't have the stick in it. Hang on, wait. Are these all fucked up? Does this one work? Gruel machine, $5,000. Yeah. Okay, so this can work pretty well here because, all right, let's just tape it to the bottom as a sample, right? And we can also 3D print some stuff here. As long as it's small, it won't take very long. But, what I'm kind of curious to see is just if it can... The minute he tries to use it, it's gonna fall apart like wet paper. Shut the fuck up. I'm gonna tape this under just to see if it can actually work. Where'd the water coming from? Look, I've thought of this, okay? You don't understand, okay? You're not in the hustle house like the rest of us. I live with 200 other dudes in San Francisco so that I can invent the greatest... Oh, wait, I accidentally taped the hinges. So I can invent the greatest tech scam of all time. Sorry, it's not a tech scam. It's actually a tech marvel. All right, now the idea is that this drops it. It doesn't have enough spring to come back. All right, maybe this isn't the solution. Maybe solenoids are too weak. If I had a little more time on the design, I would have like a gear tooth thing, but I didn't have time to fucking make that. It's an investment opportunity. There's so much wrong with the AI slump. I know! If it was a real prototype, I would have no issue. It's the fact that it's a fake video that they're using to build hype and try to get, like, investors and shit. It's like they don't even have a prototype? Do they have a... Hang on, wait. Let me... we're getting a little in the meta sauce here, but I wanna... I gotta know, do they have a prototype and it's just not in this video? Hang on. I'm going through. I gotta know. DM her so you can ask. It has the fucking community note on the video that says, this entire video has been generated by AI. No real prototype exists. Oh no, bro. Also, someone on Twitter's confirmed they already have a plan to sell products in a subscription model specifically for this chef. AKA, it'll be dead in a year and the entire produced batch will be offloaded at your thrift store for 99% off. All right. That's a little harsh. It'll probably be 95% off. Real bonus. The real startup hustle grind is you make it so that if you don't use their mix and scan the RFID tag or the QR code or whatever, that make it so the device literally will not turn on. That's the real hustle. Don't take this as being a hater, because I do genuinely mean it as fascination, but it is crazy that there is a guy on Twitch whose entire thing is glazing startups. It's like a popular channel, so he's probably a pretty charismatic guy, and he's probably good at, like, interviewing startup people and stuff. But, like, all the posts that are retweeted by this person are just, like inspo type things. His name is Yuoslab. I glaze other things. I guess you could just as easily say, I think it's crazy that there's a guy on Twitch whose entire gimmick is, like, being the stupidest man alive and burning his engineering degree on a weekly basis. Like, it's a pseudo Shark Tank. I think that's the hook, but I don't know. I haven't seen the guy stream because he looks for people to pitch their idea. So maybe he has money, or he, like, got money doing something else, and now he just, like, funds random projects. Oi, oi. There's a guy who paints himself green and gives advice. That's fucking awesome. It speaks volumes that I think cooking is mixing shit in a bowl. There's some stuff that is basically that. But that's the thing, is that there's only so many things. This whole Twitter account is like, it's peak hustle slop. It is like, oh my gosh, man. It really is like the exact, like if you made a parody of what a San Fran tech hustler was like, it would be this type of grind. Okay, wait, I've scrolled back too far. We're getting into, like, more normal stuff. I was trying to find if they had a picture of their damn prototype on here, man. I'm starting to think they don't. I think they might just not have a picture of a... The closest I found is the picture of a failed print in a bamboo printer. All right, hang on a second. My receipt printer. It's out of receipt. It printed half of someone's profile pic. Alright, chill, bro. Chill, bro. You don't gotta beep every 1 second. It's filling up the damn buffer. It's getting mad. Hope it ate the message. No, it always prints the rest of it. Oh, Lord Mont, thank you for the 32 months. That was a big resub, too. Zach Matthews, thank you for the 6 months. I appreciate you. D5DOA, thank you for the 7 months. Started a new job, so my slab tax is a bit late. Thanks, dude. I appreciate your support. Karen, thank you for the 3 months. Moo Paloo, thank you for the fresh Prime sub. I appreciate that, dude. Mr. Catsby, thank you so much for the 6 months. Dude, they're so curly. General Espoon, thank you for the 3 months. Lauren Tilpsum, thank you for the $2. I want to attend the lowest view stream. No, bro, that defeats the purpose. You're still not an AI, so I'm still here. Alchemy, thank you for the $2. I appreciate you. And, the name got printed on the wrinkled, like, glue strip that they used to fix the roll, so I have no idea who this person is, because it literally, like, censored their name out. I'm sorry. Gotta manifest it. Rise and grind, business bros. Let's milk that stable diffusion and make that bread. See, that kind of shit, dog. It's been 2 hours. What's the valuation for this startup? I think it's probably worth like 0.1 million, but by the end of the stream, it's gonna be worth like 5 million. It's gonna be worth more than the one on Twitter because I'll have an actual prototype. Even if it's not a great working prototype, it'll be a prototype. Which is more than I could say about the existing one. Hallmark Cuban. Oh, that's the guy from Shark Tank, isn't it? That's a guy that says, sharks, put in your tanks. He's our stirring device. You know what we actually should make is a plate to mount this that so that this will basically be up, and then you put the pot and it flops down into the pot, and then this thing is like way above, right? That's what I'm thinking. This might need to be pretty high above the initial pot, both for heat reasons and I'm not sure how the one that they're prototyping deals with this, because once again, I haven't seen a real prototype, but I'm kind of curious how it moves this out of the way. Like, do you have to like take the stir off to pull the thing out? Or is it gonna have like a system where it like retracts? That thing is 100% gonna jam. This? It's more likely to break this part than it is to jam, I think. Namely just because this is a really geared down motor and it has quite high torque. Opie! Thank you for the raid. Welcome in, Raiders. We're punching down on small startups today. Welcome to the stream. It very clearly pops into reality. Well, that's why I'm not sure how they're gonna do it. Yo, Emerald Chaos Chip, thank you for that fresh Prime sub. And Oddpunk, thank you for the 100 bits. I was in the shower and heard your scream during the dailies from across my apartment. Don't worry about it, bro. Don't worry about it. P.I., hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing all right. Hang on, let me show you the pot I got. I got the cutest little pot for this stream specifically. And a little hot plate. Because I'm assuming that the bottom of this device is hot. I'm assuming that it doesn't boil the water in the chamber, but it has a hot plate at the bottom. So I got this little hot plate. And then look at this little pot. He's so small. But I figure it'll be good for one serving of something. And then this goes in the top, and this is... Well, hang on. Does it... So I realized this problem literally right before the stream started, which is... You see these rivets where the where the handle is? Yeah, it hits those. So I might need to like snip out part of this little side fin so that it doesn't get stuck. VTuber hand-sized pot. It's 1 quart. It's a nice pot. I'm gonna use this after this stream is over, regardless of how well my startup slop works. The pot is not proprietary. It didn't cost you enough. See, look, when I tried to run it initially, it fucking snapped a little anyway. Okay, hang on. Oh, the PLA isn't food safe guys are gonna really hate this. Fucking exposing the inner workings of the PLA. Nah, bro, don't worry. It'll be fine. What does a pot look like? It's just this little silver guy. It is an actual pot. It's going on an actual hot plate. And this is gonna be positioned somehow above the hot plate to drop stuff down into it. And then I think it's gonna be positioned like this far above the pot, roughly. And then this is gonna be, I'm thinking it's on a little arm that can like jump, and then it can lift up out of the way, like, and then you pop it down when you put the pot in there. Okay, hang on. This thing needs a little more adjustment because it doesn't even... I'm realizing now it doesn't fit all the way in the bottom because of the contour. Maybe I didn't plan this one so hot. Is that an actual saucepan? Yes. Yes, it is. Hang on. I found, It's okay. We can simply chop yet another piece of the stirrer off. Boom. Now the thing will fit. I might need to 3D print another one of these. I feel like my design My design is maybe a little off, but give me a break. I threw this together last night. Okay, now it fits all the way in the damn pot. And now this is at 12 volts, so the way this is gonna work is, Alright, see? It's on a gear motor, so it's not gonna go too fast or anything. It's gonna be like this. The subtle scraping sound. If this whole thing works, it's gonna be really funny, is all I'm gonna say. You spend more time on yours than they did on theirs? Nah, they probably spend a decent amount of time. I can tell you, as someone who has designed stuff from the ground up for production, when you throw in that little added thing where the thing has to be produced in bulk, the design process becomes a lot harder. It's a lot more challenging when this shit actually has to, like, make it to market. And, you know, AI videos aside, that challenge doesn't change. They're probably a pretty competent product designer, if I had to guess. Because most of the guys doing these startups, they're, like, on a technical level, pretty complicated, or pretty, accomplished. It's more that they're creating something that doesn't really need to exist, you know? They're creating something that doesn't really need to exist, and they know that it doesn't need to exist because they just really want it to be sold to some investor of some sort. I understand the dream because long time ago, I thought that was what I wanted to do. And then I worked with enough I worked with enough startups to be like, you know what, actually, I don't want to do this. It's more based on buzzword than market research. Is the whole ad AI generated? Yes, that's why we're making it. We're making a physical copy because I'm basically like, let's see if I can build one before the original creators that are pitching it to beta testers can build one. There's adding frozen vegetables and raw meat. I know! It's not cutting much out. Alright. For ours, maybe we should use pneumatics. It's not ideal. In an actual one, you would use something like... You would use an electrical... Oh, shit, I only have one of them. Something like this little actuator. I got this actuator to pull the pin on a smoke grenade. And then the smoke grenades that I ordered have never shown up. And I'm gonna be real. I don't know. I don't think they ever are gonna show up because it's been like a month. But unfortunately, because of that, I only have one. But, that's about the extent of... If I had two, it would be perfect for this. But unless I do something funky with it, I don't think that's gonna be how it goes down. Why a meat reservoir? Don't worry about it, bro. I don't think they're showing up. Yeah, me neither, man, but why? How's this convenient? You still have to cut all the stuff and clean the pot and machine? All this does is stir? You're asking all the same questions that I ask, dude. I don't know. I don't know how this saves any time or money or anything. I can tell you this. If we're playing startup bingo, if we're playing food-based startup bingo, free space in the middle is advertisement will compare the price of their mail order slot bags to the price of Uber Eats and not the price of groceries. Because if you compare it to the price of groceries, it's going to look like the biggest scam on the planet. But Uber Eats is so egregiously over expensive for what it is that you can make anything look like a good deal in comparison. A better version would just be an auto stirrer. That already exists. Guild Gremlin, thank you so much for the fresh Prime sub. And Vincent Van Gool, thank you for the bits. Total support for men calling things cute. Some things are cute. I'm not throwing it around willy-nilly here, but you know. I've never heard anyone hate anything as much as Slab hates DoorDash. I do hate DoorDash. I hate DoorDash because, and Uber Eats and all of those, because they have ruined the natural order of how things are, okay? And if you're like, what do you mean? Before, when you would go to, it's some restaurants it's worse than others, okay? Some, it's not that affected, but some are really affected. Namely, ones that have an assembly line, those are fucked thanks to DoorDash. Before, if you wanted to go get like a Chipotle burrito, you'd go in, you'd see like 5 people in line, you go, okay, I gotta wait behind 5 people. You'd wait in line, you'd get your stuff, and then you'd head out. Now, you'll go in, there'll be one person in line, and you'll be like, oh, okay, I'm gonna be here 30 minutes because they're gonna do the guy in front of me in line, then do 12 DoorDash orders, and then finally get to me. It literally like fucks up everything. They're raising the price of everything because they've learned that idiots will pay for it when they're getting it delivered. It sucks ass. I hate it so much. Oh, the millennial griping about Chipotle. The alternative that I could think of when I was thinking of assembly line was a Subway, and Chipotle's better than a Subway, okay? The actual one that affects me personally is a local sub shop, but I don't want to, like, give away where I live that hard. Because it got completely fucked up. And it applies to, like, literally everything. You go to a drive-thru, oh, okay. You're gonna have to, you're there and you think there's only 2 people in front of you, but no, there's actually 8 other people in front of you and you just can't see them because they're ordering on fucking DoorDash. I hate it so much, man. Dude, Blue the Flu, thank you so much for $10. I appreciate you. I'm gonna do an AI. When you say do an AI, what do you mean by that? Also, Nooble Plays, thank you for that fresh Prime sub. Alright. Subway has fallen off. Subway used to be good because it was cheap. Now it's expensive and still not very good. Beef, thank you for the 15 months. I appreciate ya. I'd rather go eat locally than have it delivered. I mean, if I want to eat at home and I want to get takeout, I go and pick it up, generally. That's just my preference. It's my preference because I fucking hate paying for DoorDash. I'll be real, it is my preference because I fucking hate DoorDash, but it has always been my preference. Dude, I wish I had another one of these. This is the ideal. But instead, I think I'm gonna end up having to go with... I'm gonna end up having to go with a pneumatic one. We're just gonna have to choke the pneumatic toes down, because otherwise this shit's gonna be too fucking fast. I wanted to launch my hinge into the abyss here. Subway is my comfort food. Hey man, you do you. I've heard worse opinions on the internet. Now, would I choose Subway as a comfort food? Absolutely not. Go fuck yourself. But I'm not gonna hate on someone else for having a taste different than me, you know? Maybe we could end up rocking with a solenoid. I really don't want to. I don't want to get pneumatics involved because then I gotta pull in a pneumatic manifold. Here, I've got several. Oh, I remember when I last used these. I used these when I made the when I made the keyboard, the world's loudest keyboard. That was when I last used solenoids. Hang on. Also, let's move this out while we do the busy work here. Yo, Silent Talking, thank you for the 5 gift subs. You've gifted 666 subs. Holy shit. Gorolus Monolith, Dollar Shart. Zarek, Amory, Karis, Akron, and Sheepdog Wave. Thank you for the gift subs to that. Also, Blue the Floof, thank you for the membership. And Not Aldrin, thank you for the Prime sub. Appreciate ya. Jersey Mike's is way better. I agree. Jersey Mike's is pretty good. I'm not just saying that because Danny DeVito endorses it. I swear I'm not a DeVito head. I just think it's a good sandwich, man. Dude, I could just have it stick out from this side and have this part in the back. There's not really any necessary order that these have to be in. But, like, I do wish that I had a means of mounting the solenoid with a better mechanical advantage, if that makes sense, to release the hinge. Because right now, this is gonna, like, push on it pretty hard. I don't know. I like Ike's sandwiches. I don't think I've ever heard of an Ike's sandwich. It's 35% off gift subs. Wait, they're doing a discount now? I didn't even turn that on. That's normally one that I have to, like, activate. I like their chips. Alright, hang on. Let's see here. I'm wrapping this around this to buffer out. That actually is like the perfect amount to buffer it out. See, I want it to be holding on like this, just to the edge, and then I can drunk and drop it down. And it doesn't need to even come back. That can be like user resettable. Yo, Mystery Stims, Sorry, Mystery Systems. Thank you so much for the 5 subs. To Frank Bangles, Zorak, the Takana Project, Les Barazu, and Sinkneer. Thank you. And Goon Mandu. Thank you for that fresh Prime sub. I appreciate you. Alright. And maybe we can just... Let's see if we tape this down just for the test. I'm just trying to get positioning. We're not going to use tape as our running test. I just want to make sure that the positioning here is good. It like holds it up. But does it hold it up against like... Okay, that was not a good... Holy shit! Good lord, man! Magnacore, thank you for the 25 gifted subs to It's Mibs, Ragey Boyo, TDM Dylan, Suzamar, Stitch Dreams, Met 48, Graven Faker, Despot, Bad Spleer, Tactical Song, Bucket of Lasagna, Tom Legosaurus, Always Offline, Grandman, Ram Destroyer, Celuphod Squid, Eye Candy 8, Alexander 122, Alreco Mitha, Sab Centaur, Genome Gorilla, Lark 88, Dinko, Supernova 1086, and Lay Asimov. Thank you. And Wappity Bam, thank you for the fresh prime. The next door neighbor's car at 3 a.m. Huge ass receipt. That is a huge ass receipt. Hang on. If it can hold this thing of solder, it can hold anything. It can, but it is sagging a little. Oh, wait, that's because I taped it. Oh, no. Because this is like a pound. I guess it can't hold anything. But, like, are you really making more than a pound of meat in this damn thing? There'd be no fucking way, dude. Also, it's, like, all in one spot instead of being evenly distributed throughout the thing, so... I just need a test to see if it can drop shot it. Or if under pressure like this, it's not strong enough. I think it might not be able to under pressure. Well, hang on. I guess I should test it. Oh, wait. Wait, is this a broken one? Did I connect it backwards? This shit doesn't want to work at all. This should be like a certain... Wait, what the fuck? This doesn't want to... This doesn't want to actuate at all? I'm sorry. These other ones? Did I like burn it out or something? Hang on. Fuck? Why does this one not want to work? Maybe the coil is torched. What the hell? Or did I, like, somehow stick it by having the tape on it? No, it's just broken. That one's just bad, I guess. Okay. What the hell? Oh, hang on. I'll take another strip. Tape up another one as well. Alright. I have to put this buffer on there. Is this device like a glorified coffee maker? It's a coffee maker that makes food instead of coffee. So, you know, you can't call it don't call them coffee makers, bro. It's an innovative food robot. It seems like it only sags when this does. Here's a real question. Will this release it? No, it won't. Shit! It's just not strong enough. Wait, that doesn't even... Wait, what? Oh, are you kidding me? That's not far back enough to retract it to drop it? What? Okay. Okay. It's not... This isn't gonna work. This isn't gonna work. The solenoids... It was a nice idea, but it's not gonna work, okay? You know what I know will work? What are these fucking things? These will work because they are way stronger than they have any right to be. Unfortunately, this means they gotta stick out the back of the damn thing like a mile. Where the fuck did you get that Reddit Wojak emote, dog? Not the cute solenoids. They're little fellas for sure, but I don't know, boss. We could 3D print something to hold these, but honestly, we don't even need to. This, I could print like, I could make an angle bracket for this. Much easier. Because once again, we only need a one-off prototype. We don't need to make this mass manufacturable. That said, the guys that did make this also only needed a one-off prototype, and they didn't even do it. So, take that as you will. I buy an automated Wardenburger machine. The Wardenburger is truly an innovation of slop technology. Once again, doesn't taste that bad, all things considered, but if I had to eat it for every meal, it would be pretty dog shit. The startup thing's just a food dumper. Yeah, it's basically a coffee machine type deal that just dumps 2 chambers of food at differing times into a basin. Alright. Silver Transistor, thank you for the fresh prime. I appreciate you. And Zigbat, thank you for the 100 bits. Fossilized Human, thank you for the 500 bits. Can you build a cat food bowl that occasionally shakes the food back into the middle? Cats complain when they can see the bottom. That is a very practical type build. You know what you would need for that? It's just like a shaker motor on the bottom that activates every time that a cat goes over there. It'd probably scare them off if they were close, though. If I had to guess. User Doing, thank you for the 509 bits. Can you explain how electricity works? How does the little atom guys know that they're allowed to move when the circuit is closed? The electrons wish to seek... I was gonna say ground, but technically it moves the other way. It's ground to positive, but let's keep things simple. Electricity is just potential energy. It's like saying, how does the ball know it wants to be at the bottom of the hill? And like, it doesn't, but when presented with an opportunity to get slightly lower, it's gonna roll, right? Electricity is just potential buildup. And when presented with the opportunity to sneak into the ground, then it's going to start filling in that gap. That's a pretty simple explanation, I feel like. Migishu, thank you for the Prime sub. Can you explain how magnets work? The magnets really want to be close together, so they hash it out and then they hang out. Good guy Max V, thank you so much for the fresh T1. I appreciate you. Fucking magnets, how do they work? And I don't want to be a fucking scientist. They always telling me lies and getting me pissed. I've got sights that'll shock your eyelids. Electrons flow from negative to positive because they want to get away from all the negative energy. A Lamau. Yeah, I'm sure that's a scientific explanation, bro. Confirmed Juggalo. I did chug Fago in a stream last week. Juggalo accusations looking pretty fresh when I literally was chugging Fago earlier this week. Okay. Let's set up a brace so that these guys can actively... I mean, also, I could try with one of these. What if I did some funky-ass thing across? This would be janky as hell for it to be up here. Because when it's fully across, it blocks both. I don't know. That's a little too wacky, I feel. More like atomizing Fago. What does the concept mean by real food? I don't know. I think they're implying that meal delivery, meal delivery services are giving you fake food. Which, I don't know. I'm not saying that they don't. I'm just saying that that is a little bit of a claim that you're gonna have to, like, deal with, you know? You gotta make it look like a little robot with a face. Whatever ends up being the front, I'll draw a face on it so that you can personify with it a little bit better than otherwise. There's two ways to do this. And one is that, and the other is you heat up the bolt and fucking melt it into the plastic. Which is an alternative to make a quick bracket. But I don't know if it's an alternative I want to pursue. I want my lettuce caught in the wild instead of grown by quotation mark farmers. Hang on a second. I'm trying to, like, work through what this is like a menial little thing, but this is one of the things I didn't do in advance. So I'm trying to, like, just work through the best way to connect these guys. Because I feel like this is gonna have a pretty big effect on how this thing functions, you know? Free-range lettuce. The years and years ago, I saw some woman at the deli who kept being like, is the chicken grass-fed, though? And they're like, no. Chickens don't eat grass. And she kept going, but I want the grass-fed chicken. And I still think about that sometimes. Woman wanted the grass-fed chicken. Chickens sometimes eat grass. Yeah, but they don't really... They don't eat it as, like, their primary food source. That's like saying, like, my dog growing up would sometimes eat grass, but, like, not primarily. Curso Benson, thank you for the $5. Got a machine that chops the food for you too? In the video, they don't have that, so no. No. You have to get a subscription to slop.ai for $300 a month. We'll mail you bags of chopped up vegetables and meat. And you can put them in our stupid dropper machine. My dog growing up would eat literally anything, though. She would eat anything she could get away with. Except she got into the garden and ate the tomatoes one time, and Dad was the most pissed that maybe he's ever been. But then she also got into the garden and ate the Tabasco peppers and got like, she ate one and then immediately was like, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm trying to think of an alternate method here, because I'm like, okay, we can put the pistons here and have them push and retract, but then this thing's sticking way the fuck out the back. Like, most of the piston has to be out the back, and it's like, well, it can do that. It's fine for a prototype, but really, I would like it if it was all like one smooth sailing system. Especially if it could be something like where we use this electric actuator and maybe it pulls something back. It pulls something back that releases one and then the other. So we go and release the first one, then and release the second. Because they could be, like, nothing says that these have to release in different orders. I imagine in the actual product there will be, like, differences to that, right? I don't know. Maybe I'm speculating. Okay, so think of this, okay? Maybe if instead of it being straight up like this with a thing that can block both. What if instead it's at an angle with a thing that can block both? But as it pulls, actually no, because it would pull back the one and fully block the other. Hang on. I'm trying to dream up quick release latches. You can keep saying the phrase quick release latch. That doesn't tell me how to build it into the system I already have. I'm not gonna print another one of these. They take too long. I'm trying to work with the thing that I've already made, and I have to make it work with that. So that's our... This entire thing could be solved with one device. You're misunderstanding what we're trying to do here. We're trying to prove that is not that hard. But to do that, I am building a device that's gonna do it. You know? Alright. One wide thing and pull it back to release is one... That's one way. Okay. Hang on a second. We also don't want it to be holding on by, like, one little hair. Because that's not really... What if it's like this? Okay. What if it's like this? See how one side sticks out? When it's fully retracted, this guy is free to fall. This guy's free to fall. But when it's half open... Alright, here's what I'm trying to develop. I'm developing real startup technology right here. Alright, right now, this guy can't open, but this guy can, right? He can open, but this one is stuck. But then if you move it all the way out, now this guy also can't do it. I think that's maybe the solution here. I don't like that I have to mount this kind of vertical. Like, it has a flat edge. Well, I guess I could, Oh! Wait. Wait, I'm stupid. It has a flat edge, but I can turn this. Okay. Okay. And then that, I just locked that in. Okay, it was just running a little loose. That's our solution. That's our solution, I think. He's pulling his piston out. He's pulling his cock out. The video's hilarious. He has crazy... Critical has the insano streamer instinct where he reaches for the... When he reaches to turn the stream off before the guy actually whips his cock out. You could tell he thought he was gonna do it. He thought there was a possibility that he actually did it. Alright, there we go. This whack-ass, fucked-up angle. Ah, that holds it. That holds a pound. So, that should do it. And actually, I can put a little buffer on this like I did on the other stuff. Let's wrap this guy up. Buff this screw out a little more. This little actuator is nice. I gotta get more of these. I have all the pneumatic ones because normally I needed not very strong, but very fast. I mean, they're pretty strong too. But this one, he's not very fast, but he's pretty strong. Is this a soup coffee maker? Effectively, yes. Effectively, yes. This is a soup coffee maker. Dude, putting it in the corner was actually a great idea. Whoever said I should do that, you were kind of spitting. Because now I don't have to keep explaining what it is we're making. You can just kind of see... You can see the... the inspiration source. Alright, so... As I run this back, it should drop one, then the other. Oh wait, it needs to go the other way? Obviously, this is just for testing. Hang on. There we go, dude! It does both! That's perfect. That's exactly what we need it to be. Hang on. Drawing an outline so I can make sure I get the angle right when I fully fasten this thing down. There we go. You want the vegetables to drop in earlier because they're gonna take longer to cook? Typically when I'm doing... I guess with a soup, yeah. Typically you drop the meat in later, at least for me. It depends. If you want to actually get, like, it seared before you add the liquid... Then you drop meat in first, get it seared, mix your liquid in, and then drop your vegetables in. So I think that'll be the order when we run our test thing later. Yo, King Lubu, thank you for the 5 months of Prime. And Technical Fool, thank you for the €2. Or sorry, £2. Stuck with magnets, solenoid pulls magnet back. The solenoids are just too fucking weak. These are only 5 Newton solenoids. I think they're literally just not strong enough to cut it. I fear. Disappointing, but not entirely unexpected. This glue gun isn't gonna cut it either. Let me get out the... Sorry, we're doing legitimate industrial design here. Let me get out the industrial class glue gun real fast. I found your YouTube channel from a post on the Kitchen Cells subreddit? What? Dude, if people like the cooking top food on r/food video when it comes out, then I'll run back my Reddit cooking idea and I'll cook the top 5 foods on the Kitchen Cells subreddit. What were they posting me in, which of my devices were they posting? Please do another 9-hour cooking stream. See, here's the thing. That was long because the food subreddit is all stuff that's really high effort, but the Kitchen Cells subreddit is not. So, I think Kitchen Cells will be easier to do than the food subreddit. Maybe I'm delusional, but I think I'm correct in this assessment. It was the cigarette steak? Oh no, bro. The cigarette steak is awesome. That's one of my best creations. The shit dripping. That was a tasty video. The cigarette steak tasted horrid. It was legitimately one of the worst tasting things that I've ever concocted. Kitchen Cells is like pasta cereal. Yeah, I know. All the posts are like, my wife left me. Chef Boyardee and milk. Hang on. I'll go on right now and read the post so that you can get an idea here. For anyone that doesn't know what what it is, it's a food subreddit, but it's written like an incel subreddit. This is the top. This is like the top of today. It's all just like sad posting and then the name of the food they made and then a picture of like horrible food. I'm scrolling through for what I can actually read out on stream. Whoever said personality is all that matters lied. Anyway, egg and sausage. Hang on. When I said I'm trying to find one I can read on stream, I mean, I've gone through like half a dozen. I'm scared all I will ever be is a pathetic loser. Steak and garlic mashed potatoes. I made beef stroganoff because no one's stroganoff my beef. 27 male, never had a GF. An 87-year-old woman with Alzheimer's held my hand and said I was handsome. It was the first time I felt the touch of a woman. Eggs. Everything is falling apart. And then just a picture of mozzarella sticks. The lady at my local liquor store pulled me aside to tell me to stop drinking so much. I bought beer from the grocery store next door instead. Lasagna soup. I turned 26 later this month. I've never been on a date, and nobody's ever wanted me in my entire life, and GTA 6 was delayed again, so the protagonists are going to be younger than me. Cheeseburger. Dog, the whole thing is like this. My Discord crush unfriended me over my anime mural. This is why 2D women are better. Homemade Chipotle. I can't believe the food falls so perfectly in the AI video. I know, right? It makes it like organized. This is so bizarre. You've never been on the Kitchen Cell subreddit? This guy doesn't know ball. I like how the recommended subreddits in the sidebar are advice for men and boomer gaming. Oh, brother. I lost to a woman in online chess. Got bricked up. Turns out she was a he. Egg not in pan. That's a correct. I don't want. This one's a VTuber one. My VTuber crush moved in with her boyfriend a week ago. I recreated one of her idiotic jokes. Pineapple pizza. Its taste makes me ill, just like her streams now. Yet I know that I won't throw it out, and tomorrow I'll come back to finish it. Much like coming back to listen to her talking about her man. Some of these are inspired, I'm not gonna lie. I've seen this one. I think that one might have made it on, that one probably made it onto Twitter, but I haven't seen it there. Oh no, bro. This would be funnier if they actually put recipes, like a parody of the recipe websites where they give you a 12-page essay. That would be pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. Cause yeah, it's always like, oh, this is the recipe that my mom used to make when we were kids, and now I make it for my kids now, and yada 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 yada. It's all for SEO, by the way. The reason why they have the long ass essays at the beginning are to get you to scroll down the page more so that you look at more ads. Is that they're not laboring under the disillusion that you want to read their stupid life stories. It is literally just to make money. Alright, cool down fast, bitch. I don't want to hold this the whole time. Post titled Hot Pocket, picture of Hot Pocket covering the dude's schlong. Is that on there? I didn't see that one. Oi, oi. Find the one about jorking to a VTuber burping compilation. Yeah, I'll allow that message. I don't know what you're talking about, though. I'm addicted to ZZZ women and have never touched IRL women at an age 30. Banana pudding. You guys are posting ones for me in my chat that I haven't seen. Aye, aye. I don't know how else to bolt this thing in, but we need like a physical... We need a physical bolt. We can't be... This thing can't be literally held together entirely by hot glue. Or it's over, bro. Because it has to actually, like, bear force. At least now I can do this check. When it doesn't have food in it, it doesn't have to bear that much force. Wait. It didn't pick up the other one. Oh my gosh, dude. I hope it's not like grinding the damn motor out when it hits the in-stop, too. You know, this glue is pretty damn strong. It is holding it in here. I'm not gonna rely entirely on that, but it's not bad. I'm not gonna lie. It holds that up pretty well. This is like a soup machine? Yes. $31M. VTuber told me to make 5 Homer Simpson cakes for her. AI hot pots. Don't try to fucking kitchen cell cast me, dog. You know, I gotta say, I gotta thank you guys because someone linked me a YouTube short from like weeks ago where it started with TikTok says this and this. And the TikTok says in question was a ripped off re-upload of my YouTube video where I made a PC powered by 9 volts. And like, I hadn't seen this until well after the short had its run. But the comments of it were full of people being like, that's Uwo's lab. I got shooters on every block, man. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all not letting that one go uncredited. Even though it was uncredited. Mumpky D, thank you for the 100 bits. D-Chill, thank you for the 420. I'm disturbed by the idea that AI video will slowly destroy humanity's fear of the uncanny valley. I don't think it's going to because, like... The main problem with it is that it's getting to the point where it's not as uncanny anymore. Furry Jack, thank you for the fresh Prime sub. I appreciate you. And Chris Robinson, thank you for the $5. If it lasts too long to refund, glue is good enough. Ah, I see you work in the warranty department of your respective company. Yes, those guys are shitheads. Attempted to make conversation with my school crush, and it's a photo of what looks like cat food in a bowl and a can of Coke. You guys are only just now discovering the Kitchen Cells subreddit. You're not ready. You're not ready for the horrors that await. AI vid almost looks real. Yeah, that's why they keep using them, man. They're so close, but they're not quite there, you know? I don't think it's uncanny. I think it's annoying most people accuse any aesthetically pleasing image of being AI. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not an AI fanboy by any stretch. I mean, as you can probably tell by how much I'm roasting these guys for using an AI video from their prototype. But, there is a lot of cope in the AI hate, and I hate to admit it. But, like, a lot of it, they'll be like, oh, look how trash this looks. This clear AI. Oh, it looks like such shit. And it's like, I'm sorry, artist. I know you really want to gaslight the general public into believing that, but it actually looks fine. And that's the scary part. The scary part is that it doesn't look like trash. And unless you start opening up the brush strokes with a magnifying glass on some of these, you could never tell that it wasn't made by a person. That's the harsh truth of it all, isn't it? My problem is almost passable wildlife ones that are duping people who don't know what those interactions look like. It is annoying when it's ones where it's close, but you can tell there's something off and old people are falling for it because they don't know better. They're like, AI videos are hitting the boomer community like smallpox hit the natives, man. They don't have any resistance to that shit. They didn't evolve with the resistance to AI. I used to be good at telling, but it grew too fast. Yeah, I know. Me too, man. I've gotten worse at it just because it's gotten too good. A lot of them are, like, pretty convincing, unfortunately. AI art and video is nothing compared to the garbage of vibe coding. I got some news, man. Vibe coding is the only thing I use AI for. I don't use it for anything else, but if I'm like, you know, I need some code that, it's gotta work, but it doesn't have to be like, you know, deploy ready. I'm not gonna lie, man, it gets me close enough most of the time. The Sora AI ones are getting too good. They are getting pretty damn good, I'm not gonna lie. AI is giving creative tools to the most mentally deranged people on the internet. I don't know what you're talking about. Are you getting Agartha edits on your timeline? Because you're kind of spitting when it comes to that. AI does get close. With coding, it gets me, like, past the stage of having to figure out how some fuck-ass API works. It gets me, like, almost to what I'm after, which cuts out, like, a considerable amount of the time. True advanced manufacturing is what I'm doing right here. Some extra load bearing for the part. That's gotta help keep it down. It's literally melted into the plastic. We'll see. Wouldn't be mad when people post in AI videos if they said it was AI, but they try to act like it's real. I mean, yeah, that's the main thing. As useful as some of the tools are, it has literally made the internet, like, so much worse. Ever since AI has hit, the internet has been measurably worse. I dislike it. It takes money away from talented people. I dislike that aspect of it, but unfortunately that is not a good sell for why, like, it's bad. That's like a personal distaste thing. We have cross-platform instead of the banned monetization of AI-gen content. YouTube has kind of been doing that. They've really been making it hard to monetize. It's mostly powerful. It's mostly popped off on, like, Facebook and Instagram and such, more than them because of that. You're gonna, like, tank the economy of Mumbai if you make AI impossible to profit. Alright, let's see if this drops in turn. Alright, there's one. Yeah, baby! It works, man. What can I say? It even held... This is enough to hold the weight up, so... It's even working in, like, that sense. Not bad, man. Hi. Big fan. You rock, man. Thank you. Thank you, Solo. Appreciate ya. Alright. We just gotta get the little flap that drops this into the pan. Or, honestly, do we even need that? We might be able to, like... Well, no. This can't be attached to the bottom of this, because then it's gonna fucking drop the vegetables out of the pan. This has to be, like, a separate... This has to be attached to a frame of some sort. And then that needs to be separate from this. In the future, our soups will stir themselves. In the future, I will be the soup master. Let me get a... Oh, wait, actually, this strip of metal that I had earlier might actually be exactly what we need for this, because I could easily hinge this as a little thing. That actually, yeah. We could just fucking tape this to this. I love how some of this is, like, manufactured prototype, and some of this is taping a motor to a stick. You know, we really got a diverse collection of methods here. Needs more hose clamps? I need to buy more hose clamps. I've ran out a while ago, and I haven't had them for a bit. Dude, you remind me of JonTron. Hopefully not that one time where he, where he had that one moment. Dodge Rod's pretty funny though. That's not an insult. It's like an automatic vegetable fryer. No, bro, it's a personal chef. Bro, don't call it an automatic... Don't call them automatic vegetable fryers, bro. Hang on, wait. This could just be attached to the damn pot. I just realized. This doesn't need a hinge. That will make it weaker. I can just fasten it straight to this. I can fasten... Yeah, hang on. I can fasten this straight to the handle. And then you just pull the whole thing out, and then that's what you eat out of. And then it just has a plug. What did JonTron do? I think you can Google what did JonTron do, and it'll literally give you the answer of his infamous incident. Have any of these personal cook machines ever been commercially successful? I don't think so. It's simply because they haven't been made by me, though. You know, you'll understand when you see a real Tin Xer. You won't understand. Use the DeWalt welder. Hang on. I'm trying to look for something to buffer this up a little bit. Oi, oi. Mods allowed my message, then Nightbot nuked it again. Fucked up that DeWalt doesn't brand their tools like DeDrill and DeWelder. Dodgerog could have taken the evil path. That's true. He doesn't do commentary on pop or on current events. He still makes funny videos. I haven't seen one in a couple months, I want to say. The last one I saw was pretty good. I need to see Malort Vinegar. Please make it. Do you really, Seth? Thank you for the $2, though. User Duang, thank you for the 500 bits. I work for Ford Motor Company, and I went to a conference. We had someone looking for us to invest a significant amount of money into their company while using AI art. This was back when it was the Will Smith spaghetti. We did not invest. Well, see, here's the real thing. If you're, here's the real thing if you're kind of blackpilling on AI stuff. The realistic response when I see someone has used AI in, like, a promotional material is going, oh, I guess they don't have money. Like, legitimately, because it, like, is identifiable, I just assume that they cheaped out. And if that's the case, then it's like, they're probably not very legitimate, you know? Hang on a second. Coke is using AI for ads? Yeah, but they're like... Did you see their process They're like getting people to like render 3D scenes and then having AI fill in detail. Which is why theirs don't quite look as shitty. Like, because they have art direction and they have actual like work put into the base. They're just using it to cheese like the fucking polish on it. That said, they're definitely using it to save money. The real one that's gonna die on this is stock photos. There ain't no way, man. Shit like that where it doesn't have to be like very perfect and good enough is like the way to go. I don't know why Coke bothers with advertisement. They're one of those, Coke is like the company that came up with this. Where it's basically, because other people have said that too. They're like, why do you care? You own the market. And they're basically were like, yeah, and we want to continue to own the market. So, we've come up with, we want to run ads all the time because we want you to keep watching the ads and thinking of us is the basic idea there, which is kind of interesting, I guess. Advertising is why everyone drinks it. It's definitely part of the reason. You think the food is gonna fall on top of the stirrer and like fuck up completely? I'm kind of curious. I'm kind of curious how this whole thing's gonna work, because I'm also gonna need the little system to hold it up before we get everything arranged, right? That's like the final thing to get in place. You live for the corn syrup. I'm not that big of a Coca-Cola enjoyer. Coke's pretty good. It's not, I actually like Pepsi more if we're going by the cola standard. And often, if I crave actual, like, sugar soda, it's not gonna be either one of those. I crave, root beer. Like an A&W. Really, like, there are better ones than that. But if we're going by ones that are commercially available everywhere, A&W or Mug are, like, the top ones. I'm an RC Cola guy. This motherfucker thinks he's special. Actually, I enjoy a Royal Crown Cola. Yeah, you may not have heard of it. It's kind of a deluxe choice. Game from YouTube. Yo, Total Reverse, welcome to the stream. There's a book called Titan by Mato Nozaki. Something about AI. That's kind of epic. I'm too addicted to the aspartame to give up Diet Coke. I drink diet drinks when I generally drink soda, but I don't like the aspartame that much. It's pretty bitter and nasty. I would rather drink sugar, but if I drink sugar, I'm gonna feel like ass because it makes me feel like I'm actually dying to drink like an entire Coca-Cola. It's too much. It's too sweet. White Monster? White Monster is actually pretty good. The energy drinks that I'm addicted to, though, are those canned Gamer Sups ones that they sent. They're like, it's weird, because it's not a full sugar energy drink, but it has sugar in it. So it's like 12 grams of sugar, but then the rest of the sweetening is done with artificial sweetening. And it makes it taste really good. I don't know what to say. And I'm not just saying that because I have a code with them. Because they often don't even have the cans in stock. But it's the best thing they make. Sponsor plug coming in smoothly. Yeah, and if you want to try it, use code UWU at checkout for 10% off. Or free shipping. I can't remember what they have right now. Hang on a second. What was I getting? Oh, I remember now. I need to wet the sponge. Love wetting a sponge. My Temu stuff has finally started arriving, by the way, so soon, we will have a Temu vehicle building stream. The bike showed up today, or the tricycle. The stuff finally got ordered. Where's my... Here we go. I kind of like this little gear motor, too. I haven't used these before. I got these, I got this specifically for this. Actually, no. Wait. No, I got it for... the Perfection game, actually. I'm just... I want to run back that idea. Because I feel like it could be better. It wasn't bad. It just could be better, you know? But I need to rebuild the board and add, like, explosives. You know, like those things they use in a RAM set? I'm telling you, that's the secret, I think. Now I want some cookout. There ain't no fucking way you're talking about the fast food joint cookout. Arguably the most, like, ass fast food of all time. There ain't no fucking way. What, you gotta crave a White Castle next? Ah, dude, I'm really craving straight dookie. I was thinking about eating out tonight, but all the normal chains taste too good. I was thinking maybe we should go for cookout. Are we talking shit about cookout? It's okay, man, I get it. Some people like the taste of pure charcoal. And Hardee's wasn't charcoal aspected enough for them, so they had to go with the next best option. I get it. Is the only place I could ever conceivably get a walnut milkshake. Alright, you know what? I believe you on that. I didn't even know they had that. All fast food sucks. What do you eat? I don't eat a lot of fast food, for what it's worth. But I gotta say, sometimes it hits. There's a restaurant called Cookout? Yes. It is a solid D tier on the fast food tier list. But for some reason, people in my chat are defending it like it's good right now. I hopped off my VPN for this. Cookout is fucking horrid. Where the fuck can I get a peanut butter milkshake? I think I'm realizing the problem here. Is I'm saying Cookout is horrid, and in my brain, I'm thinking of when I went there and got a burger and it was burnt to shit. But everyone who's like, no it isn't, they have a good milkshake selection. Like, dude, I think we're talking about different things here. We both went to the same place, but I think we went after different experiences, you know? Is this gonna, like, squeak horribly, I wonder? Alright, behold, the auto-stirring pot. My finest invention. And you too can download the files to make this yourself on my Discord soon. It is squeaking. Excellent. Hang on. Oh my gosh, dude. It kind of works. Hang on a second. This definitely won't be problematic later. It'll be fine, bro. You worry too much. Nah, bro. We're gonna knock the socks off this startup. What's the point of the top compartments if it drops everything into a single bowl? I'm guessing it's for stuff that needs different cooking times? It doesn't matter, because this thing is not designed to be a good product. It's designed to be something that can be marketed. Okay, this is better. I love that it nudges. It nudges the side. It's not even like scraping where you know what, actually? Just fucking get rid of the top part, maybe. Oh, well, I don't know. It kind of... The as seen on TV special? Exactly. Jacob Whipple, thank you for the $2. Burnt my shake type setup. Also, Chelsea, thank you for the fresh T1. I appreciate you. Yo, Chris Robinson, thank you for the $2. It's separated to avoid cross-contamination. You are aware that that doesn't matter when it's all going to the same pot, right? Like, if you put the meat and the vegetables in a bowl together, it only matters if you fuck around and don't add them in the same go. Otherwise, it's all sterilized the same. Wawa is fucking goated. I've only seen those in the Philly area. As someone who has never gone to Wawa or Buc-ee's, I think Buc-ee's is better. The branding Buc-ee's has is stronger, so by association, it must be better. Hang on a second. You know, we care about branding, so we're going to use the white duct tape so that it blends in with the top. Yeah, baby. This is gonna be the broth sucker. What's a Wawa? It's like a Sheetz. What's a Sheetz? It's like a Buc-ee's. What's a Buc-ee's? It's like a Wawa. I can't stand the Sheetz things where they always have to say hi to you now. Wait, what? They have to say hi to you in Sheetz? I haven't been to a Sheetz in a bit. I didn't know that was a thing. When did they add that? When did that happen? Last time I went to one, I think they'd avoid talking to you unless absolutely necessary. There is, like, I think legitimate mold in this pipe, by the way. It should be fine. It's just a prototype, bro. Bro, it's a prototype. What, are you gonna hate on a prototype? What, do you hate innovation? When's the ass-wiping robot coming out? That's true. We need that kind of innovation in our households. When is the ass-wiping robot coming out? I was about to say I made an ass-wiping robot, but no, I didn't, actually. In my brain, I thought I had. Because it sounds like something I would make. Okay, this thing needs to be tall up above the damn pot. It needs to be, like, this high. Do you think we can use a, this may be crazy. Do you think we can use, like, a chemistry clamp stand to hold this on? There's a gas station in our area called Power Market. Interesting. 1 second, I gotta take a magnum piss. Drink a soda drink. Dude, I like the little looping AI demo video at the top. It is like, it does really add to the experience, I gotta say. Hang on, let me get my camera over here set up. I'll turn on the mic too so you guys can hear me proper. You know, we'll get the laptop over there in a second. I thought I wasn't even gonna be using this table, but c'est la vie, my brothers. Alright, hang on. Sorry, I gotta clean off the previous project, which I foolishly left on the table. Because my dumbass didn't think I was gonna be using this table today. So now I have Pop Goes Perfection pieces all over the place. I didn't even put them back in the holes, man. They're just laying around. Alright, yeah. Put this guy over here. Put this guy back where he belongs. Throw this guy over here. Alright. Let's switch the, you switch the cam over real fast. There we go. We got that center table look because I raised it up real high so I could see what I'm doing. I unplugged this thing and it immediately went dark. Are you real? There we go. We finally cooking? Yeah, I just gotta mount the thing up. That's the only thing we haven't straight up done yet. Because this needs to be, the cylinder needs to be like way up here. And I'll get that fast and they'll drop the table down so you can see it easier. We just need like the final assembly here. Normally you would have a microcontroller be controlling every device connected to this net. But for demo purposes, I'm just gonna control them because, sure. Normal, it would be easy enough to connect it to a relay board though, that's for damn sure. Put this guy up above like this so it can drop and the stuff will actually go in the pot. But this can also go in the pot. And we'll see if it can, we'll see if we can get this thing actually cooking. My BF called me an NPC for watching UO VODs back to back. Why is he a hater, bro? This isn't NPC, this isn't an NPC type of stream. Come on, bro. Come on, man. This is cool shit. First stream I actually caught? Hell yeah, brother. Dumb question, are you using an LMM for this AI? If so, which one? I think you don't realize what I mean by anything that I'm saying. We're not using AI in ours because we're not selling a subscription service. I'm just building the hardware that they're selling. Not the full software stack, which I'm not even sure what it does. Because they didn't release any info on that. As a professional NPC for seasonal work, I take it as a compliment. What are you, like a mall Santa? What is a professional NPC for seasonal work? A professional that has to be what that means, right? Because what else would it be? Bro is a mall Santa. Dip my balls in this man's machine-made soup. Lil Bro is hustling the parody of the hustle. I sell quests at a Renaissance festival? wait, that's even more NPC. You literally are a seasonal NPC. That's like the most NPC thing you could possibly do, man. You happen to be a potion seller? Potion seller. I am looking to sample your strongest potions. You can't handle my potions, traveler. I do love the potion selling video. It's maybe one of the greatest of all time. How do I... Alright, here's my plan. Here's my plan for suspending this thing above the hot plate. Bump. Womp, and then... I'm realizing now, this is way further apart than I thought it was gonna be. And I'm like, how do I work with that? Hang on. I can kind of prop it up. We're really holding this shit together with, like, glue and paper clips, baby. But that's the spirit of it, isn't it? One there, and then another one on this side, and then one on the top and one on the other. Yeah. That's how we do it, I think. I think that's how we're gonna hold it up for demonstration purposes. And then we fucking zip tie it all together. It should be good, dude. What am I wanting to do here? You know what, actually? I'm trying to manipulate this thing around. I think the solution might actually be to this guy, and then this will be like the hard hold point. This actually makes it more stable in the sense of like how it works with the other thing. Alright, hang on a second. Won't adding the stuff make it unbalanced? Yes, it's not gonna all be like this, okay? As long as it doesn't fall forward. That's the main thing I want to avoid here. As long as it doesn't all fall forward, I think we're going to be fine. But you're right, it will be less balanced with stuff added. What we now do, go to the top, add another thing to hold it in place. This looks psychotic, man. I don't know about this. I don't know about my hacked together setup here for my cooking robot. I can tell you this though. Showing one of these in like behind the scenes after you put your AI video out would give me a lot more trust in your startup capability, because I know you at least have a fucking plan. does that shake so much? Jeez. Is it the bolt in the bottom that's like not tightened enough? That seems like that's way too much play. Oh, it absolutely is. Look at that. Oh, shit. I can't just leave that. 1 second. What are you gonna do when it becomes plastic soup? It's not gonna become plastic soup, okay? My startup will get the VC funding. It will not melt. I've tested every parameter. Papa Superia? It's not gonna be that bad. Come on, man. You're giving me the Paparia treatment on this? I'm realizing all the meat in the AI video is connected. Whatever you say, you wolf chef. Yeah, that's exactly right, motherfucker. What kind of, we should make a real basic soup, right? Maybe like carrot, onion, and chicken? We can just do chicken, carrot. No, yeah, that'd just be a chicken noodle. Or I guess we need noodle. It'd just be a chicken soup. Chicken soup for the soul. Eat celery? Oh, I have celery too. I'm realizing now I put all my thought into how to make this, and much like the people that actually made it, I didn't put a whole lot of thought into what I'm actually going to be eating coming out of it. I didn't, I was like, oh yeah, make sure I have chicken thawed, I'll probably be using that. And then, that was kind of the extent. No potatoes? Potatoes take a long time to cook. I'm saying that that's like a deal breaker here, but it will take a while to cook. Alright, hang on. Let me get more stuff wired. Alright, is it like discernible what this is? Is it like, how's it look? I'll move the camera closer to show you as it's actually like running, right? Sag, no potatoes? I have potatoes, I just don't want to use them in this soup. But I don't know, man, maybe I should, maybe that's accurate to how... I don't want to, okay, of all the things, I don't want to gimp this, the impression of this thing, because I made a shitty soup, right? I'm gonna make some assumptions. One, is that they're gonna have you add olive oil to the pan at the start. I'm gonna try to stage this as if it's a, you know, how you would actually sell the product, right? So I'm gonna assume they're gonna be like, okay, you add your olive oil, you put broth up here. It would be broth with like spices in it probably. It'd come in like part of the meal kit thing. You put your meats in one side and your veg in the other. And it would probably go veg first to soften the veggies, stir around. Meat second to start in, and then it starts pumping the broth. That's what I'm imagining you would do as the order of operations for this particular soup. Here, I'm piping another, I'm running all these cables off. Because basically, this is where your controller is going to be, but I'm going to be overseeing it because I don't know the timing. Basically, my goal is cook using the robot without touching anything with my hands. If I have to touch it, that's points off of my own design. Over here, I can control, but I can't touch. Because if I can control it all using the mechanics, then a microcontroller with a pre-programmed, like, routine can, right? It doesn't look like the ad. Well, the one in the ad also, like, changes shape and form continually because it's a fucking AI video. So, you know, I gotta make some compromises here. When you have to fish it out of the soup, does that deduct points? When I have to fish what out of the soup? What am I having to fish out? Are you still on about it melting? I don't think it's gonna. Look how high up above it is. PLA's melting temp is like. It's like what? 200 Celsius? I don't think we're gonna get them this far above the burner. Like, there'll be some hot steam, but that's not gonna melt the plastic. You gotta get, like, pretty damn hot to melt plastic. Let me see, alright. This is advanced tech right here, dude. Look at this. Look at this thing. This is advanced cookbot technology. In before literally everything. You guys have zero faith. Why do you have zero faith in my startup, bro? I'm gonna get 10 million in VC funds for this. I'll definitely make enough on this that I'm no longer living with 30 other people in San Francisco. Living with 30 other people, easy. Living with 30 San Franciscans is a thing I wouldn't wish on anyone. The man rewired a fish, this is nothing. I forgot that hit the channel this week, didn't it? Did the fish... The Billy Bass stream, that came out today, right? Yo, Zach Matthews, thank you for the 100 bits. The device is designed specifically for introducing macroplastic. Shut the fuck up. It's not gonna... I really don't think it's gonna melt, genuinely. World's Worst Scientist, thank you for the 100 bits. You need to make a Juicero. The Juicero's played out. That shit was like 15 years ago, man. John Obama, thank you for the Fresh Prime stuff. Tubular Burger, thank you for the 100 bits. Did you wash your hands after pissing? Yes. Rollins, thank you for the $2. You lost the game? Haha, epic up Deuterino for you, motherfucker. Yes, the year's 2009. That is the dankest meme you can drop. A second Billy Bass has hit the channel. Y'all don't understand the true OG rage bait until you watch the Billy Bass stream. That was the original. That was the original rage bait stream, man. Chris Robinson, thanks for the $2. Should have made it plant-based like the straws. I've eaten too many of those, man. Oh, thank you, Petite Baguette, for the gifted sub to Plutonium. And Scratching Way, thank you for the fresh prime. Appreciate you, appreciate you. Let me, what'd I come over here to get? Oh, my power supply. Yeah. I need to borrow a lab supply. I have 2 over here. Alright, don't break my power prongs. Okay, here we go. I should be able to activate aspects of it now. Yeah, baby. Yeah! That's gonna be juiced. That's gonna really be juicing my arrow. Alright. I should show it, like, what it looks like over here in the stand without all the stuff. Or maybe I should just have this as the camera angle, because now that I'm looking at this, from the wide shot is cool, but you can't really see, like, you can't see what's going on so well with it in that one. There we go. So here you can actually see what's going into the pot. You can see my my experimental ass setup for it. So food items go here. Broth goes here. Broth packet here. Meat. Wait, which one would release first? This one will release first. Veggie packet here. Meat packet here. Little bit of oil in the pan, and then you just turn the pan on and let it go, basically. When are you gonna repaint the wall? I did it before the subathon. I'll probably do it again at some point. I need to add... There's people who are owed names on there that I've never added. And there's so many, I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Alright, here's... Can you hear? Can you hear the noise that it makes? Can you hear that? That's awesome. I'm glad that, glad it does that. It's farting. We can hear the pitiful whine. It's not a pitiful whine. It's actually quite a high torque motor. It's actually the highest torque in the entire world. Your pitiful whine must be referring to a different motor. Alright, excellent. And then if you release the... If you want to release the ingredients, then you go... And then the other ones. That's pretty cool, man. That works pretty well, I feel like. And then, yeah. I don't know, man. I got some hope here. Hang on. One more thing, and this is maybe being over precautious, but I'd like to make sure that the soup actually, or the broth actually lands in the bowl. So maybe like just a little bit more here. I'm just letting the motor run. It shouldn't burn out or anything. Hang on. That literally flopped the tube out of the way. Hang on. There we go. There, so it's supposed to be sleeping for night shift, but it's too close to being done. Sorry, it's taken a little long to get it locked in here. I just want to I really want to make sure that I'm giving this a proper shot, you know? Okay. Let me go get chicken, vegetable, broth, probably some salt. This looks almost functional. What do you mean almost? I think you mean this is the future of cooking? Thank you. Hang on, I'll be back. Whoa! Whoops. No. It needs to be centered up there. He's back, he's back. Yes, I am. I am back. We're getting closer to soup time. Oh yeah, we're gonna be making soup here soon at this rate. So I'm gonna pre-prep everything. Now I believe in the original startup, the idea is that this shows up from some bullshit subscription service. But I'm just gonna prep it. Now, see, right now, I'm already thinking of one of the problems here. Which is that I got these green onions. And they got some good whites. I'm using green onions. I didn't want to cut open a whole onion when I only needed like a fourth of it. But it's like, oh, but sprinkling the green on top would actually be a really nice little garnish. But then I realized that I'm already splitting my veggie and my meat, and I only have 2 compartments, so I don't have another one to top it afterward. And if you tell the guy making it with his machine, top with a green onion afterward, there's like, dog, I'm just cooking at that point. You know? Like, how much harder would it be to be like, put the meat in, wait. Put the veggies in, wait 3 minutes, put the meat in. You know? That's the entire thing that this is supposed to reduce. This is supposed to remove the friction of that. Won't want to do that by hand. I won't want to do it by hand if I bought my $400 bullshit AI startup machine to do it for me. Also got some rosemary, thyme, and salt. Because chicken soup, you really like those poultry seasonings. If I had fresh sage, I would use that as well. Alright, here's my little veggie pile. Alright, veggies. Excellent. I can't tell if it's in focus or not, but you can see it over here, surely. Alright, keep shoving the damn thing around. Keep it intact, bro. It's got to be pushed out a little bit, just due to the fact that, how this goes. There we go. There, now it's running the fucking broth down the side of the motor. Excellent work. that certainly can't possibly go wrong. I love fennel. Oh, fennel seed would be good. I don't have fresh fennel on me. But fennel seed would be good. Alright. Let's assume for a second this is your broth packet here. Is you, So that's in there. I don't even know if you could see it. It didn't fill it all the way up. This has a lot more volume than I expected it to. I'll be honest. I'm not gonna cut up the other carrot because I feel like I cut up too many onions, but onion's a pretty prominent flavor in chicken soup, so I think it's fine. Let's go ahead and fill one of these. Wait, which one's vegetable? I can feel and tell. This one's vegetable. Okay. Okay. Mine has a few little cracks. I'm kind of surprised the veggies aren't falling through the cracks. I'll angle the camera up more so you can actually see it once I have both loaded up. And then let's assume that the veggies would have the herbs in there. I'm actually giving this as much credit as I can here, right? I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best to give it some credit. Surely it wouldn't have a fresh rosemary sprig. It'd probably be ground rosemary, not these bigger pieces that I keep. But you know, that'll add the flavor that we're after. Some veg fell, but it's doing good. Yeah, it looks like it's holding on pretty well, and now I just need one top chicken thigh. Chopped it second so I didn't dirty the cutting board and then, you know, have some contamination issues. Which, even though I just said cross-contamination doesn't really matter when your vegetables are all getting cooked in the pot. But it is something I would like to avoid regardless. Alright, and then... yeah, raw chicken in that side. I'll just do one thing. This pot isn't very big, so I don't want to... I don't want to set... Also, I'm surprised that this hasn't fallen. It is top heavy now. As someone mentioned before, that would end up being an issue. I can see it sagging a little, though, so let's not test our luck. Oh, shit, I need olive oil. Fuck. I literally just forgot. You know, if they have something clever here, and I really doubt they'll do this. If they wanted to be clever, they could pack their broth and oil in the same packet and have it suck the oil off the top of the broth with like a float, with like a floating siphon type deal. That'd be, so then you can put the oil in the pan and then the veggies and then the broth. That'd be pretty good, man. I also realized parsley would be pretty good. Throw that in there too. All right, we got our we got our meat compartment, veg compartment, and chicken broth up here at the top. These all seem to be working well. And now we should be able to kick us on here. Alright, let's say the one instruction you have is you have to put oil in the pot. And I'm just going to pour it in the one spot because I'm going to assume that that's how you would do it, right? Alright, now you turn your bot on. And we wait for it to heat up, basically. We're almost got the whole Scarborough Fair. We're only short on sage, I believe. Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. Oh, hang on. Salt on the chicken as well. Look, I'm giving this more chances, really, than I should. I'm making this as good as I possibly can. It doesn't really need to be spinning right now. But it's heating up for the first time, so we'll see. Is this your actual dinner? Yeah? So let's just say I really hope that it doesn't suck. All I'm saying. After some determinate time where it's heating up, it's heated quite hot. It doesn't seem to... it's making that new burner smell. That's natural. That's how this would be. Post this to kitchen cells. I just really hope that it works. I'm realizing now everyone's like, oh, it's going to melt your plastic. I'm not going to be able to smell if it does because it's doing the new burner, like, burn-in smell. Right? Is this light even on? Yeah, it is. We have Cooking Bot startup at home, and this is it. I dislike that smell. So do I. I hate it. Ow. Okay, it is getting hot. Yeah, just nudging it a little bit. This will surely work. Alright. I don't know why it's... I don't know what it's doing. That shit PLA. Here we go. Another Redditor about to tell me it's not food safe. Alright. Let's see. Should be adding the vegetables. Okay, okay. Okay. It's adding the veggies. Alright. I cannot believe how much of that actually went in the pot. The stirring mechanism maybe needs a little work. Doing its best, though. Alright, auto stirring. Nice. It smells good, because I seasoned it. Smells good, because I invented the meal. If it gets stuck again, I'm literally gonna snip off the piece on the top that keeps getting stuck, because it's not even doing that much to, like, keep it stirred. Dude, we are cooking! It's working! And those vegetables are smelling good. They're getting soft. Nice. Dude, I'm telling you, I'm gonna snip it off. If it gets stuck again, it's gotta go. Because it's literally getting wedged. Alright. Maybe that actually, I didn't even have to snip it all the way off. Maybe that's now fixed it to where it's no longer gonna get stuck. Okay, hang on. I've lost the plot a little bit. Dude, it smells good. The vegetables are softening. A lot of touching going on. Prototype, man! It's a prototype! Something that I just want to note. Say what you will about this design not being as good as the real one. At least I have an actual prototype. This is more than they got. Because it's an actual working prototype. There, I think this angle's a little nicer. They couldn't take the time to make one. See, here's the thing: is I have sympathy with the people trying to do this kind of stuff, and I would understand if they made their flashy AI video, but then if you actually go on, they're like, here's our rough prototype, and it looks like this, and here we have our box that does the software, and it's going through and doing like that. I would not be ragging them nearly as hard. It's the fact they're like, sign up for beta testing now, and they literally haven't even 3D printed the prototype. They're moving too fast, man. Move fast and break things is fucking up everyone. They're moving too damn fast and breaking too many things. Alright, let's see. Adding the meat soon. Oh, it all went in too! You love to see it? Alright, listen. Maybe I need to make a better connection setup for the paddle so that it doesn't get stuck. You know what? Let's add our... Let's add our broth as well. Dude, it's kind of working. Look, man, there's the broth coming in. I don't know if you can see it. It's up under this. There it goes, though. She ain't pretty, but she works. What can I say, man? Once again, this thing was made in like 2 evenings. One of modeling the shit in 3D and the other in actually putting it here. And, it's a prototype. Wokage? Wait, how fucking... Was I yelling into the mic? Sorry. Hey, Raiders. Oh, Sheepy Roar. Thank you for the raid. Welcome in, Raiders. Still adding the broth. Unfortunately, I believe our stirring mechanism has stopped stirring. You picked up your mic? Oh, it's attached to the... Yeah, I think I grabbed it when I was adjusting the camera. My bad. Alright, I'm deducting some personal build points because my stirrer has stopped stirring, but it kind of needs to make sure everything's in the broth for when it starts boiling, so I'm gonna interfere a bit here and fuck it up. My bad. Oh, there it goes. It's still trying to spin the stirrer. Now, I'm not saying that maybe the plastic got too soft and it stripped out where it was connected to the motor. But... but it wouldn't surprise me if maybe that was related to what happened. Because the motor is definitely still... Whoa! The motor is definitely still on. And it's trying to turn it. Whoa! It's like... It's trying its best. It's like it's slightly stirring the soup. Chicken too heavy. It's more than it's stripped out. The shaft is moving, it's just no longer held. Because it's a flat shaft, right? It's a keyed shaft, and there is a screw under that's binding it together. But it's not tight enough, I guess. It also might have unwound itself, actually, now that I realize this. Stirrer's cooked. Dude, I'm not gonna lie, I think that part of it might be... A big part of it is that top part hitting the thing. Maybe if I kickstart it, it'll start stirring again. Oh well. Design improvements that can be made in the future. That said, it's probably still gonna taste good, if I had to guess. I've never had someone refer to my shaft as flat. Oh, look at Mr. Round Shaft over here. Alright, hang on a second. I'm gonna try a live fix. Dude, what the fuck? This thing is definitely a little warpy. Particularly this hole at the bottom that used to be round. Hang on a second. I'm gonna try to torque it down and hope that that can maybe make it work. Mmm, tasty soup. Alright, I've tightened the bolt down. I'm curious as if that... I did not turn it off. Nope. It's still stripping out. This is so sad. This is so sad. Can we get 10 trillion likes? The soup smells good, I can tell you that right now. I'll find out how food safe that is. It's funny that people are going on about it being non-food safe. PLA as a material is very much food safe. The actually is that when you 3D print it, it's basically food safe once. Because once it gets dirty, you can't really wash it because it has all the pores from the 3D printing process. So, you're fine on one-time use things, but you can't be using it and like putting it in the dishwasher and then coming out and using it again, you know? You could drill some threads real quick. With all due respect, I don't think that would fix my problem. I think the problems that this thing is experiencing are bigger than I can influence. Namely, the fact that it's stripped out. Whoa! It's starting to go again. What the hell? I mean, it looks like our slop is getting near completion, my friends. There, I'll put those up so they're not hanging down in the way anymore. Lift it a little bit. Dude, no more hustle meals. Just bowl of soup. It's stirring. It's like kind of stirring. It's trying its best. Is it done yet? The tell will be if the chicken is done, which I cut really small and it's boiling, so it probably is. Yeah, that's done. Alright. Let's turn that off. Now, as I said, I think this got a little warpy. So, they experiment with some other materials in the future, but it looks like our bot has produced edible food. Alright, let's see what we got here. Here's a taste test. That's hot as shit. Hang on 1 second. Let that cool down a little bit. Holy shit. Okay, hang on. Hang on. Let's try that again. Get some broth in there too, but let's make sure it's flying hot. I just turned the burner off, but it's still really hot. Chat is so delayed. Yeah, I'm sorry. It do be delayed. Having the backup server makes it more delayed too, which is the worst part. I don't like that, but I do like the fact that if my power goes out, I don't drop the whole stream and everything that I'm doing. Alright. Ah. Okay, okay. The broth is tasty. Mmm. Mmm. Yeah, that's good soup. What can I say, bro? That's tasty. What can I say, dude? That's pretty good. Now, the only thing you gotta do is get the timing into your controller, which you can literally do with a 4-relay bank that you buy on Amazon for $8, and probably like an Arduino Uno. You could go even cheaper than that, but the Uno will have all your power management. And that'll set you back another $15. So for about $25 plus the cost of a pot, griddle, and some 3D filament. Oh no, wait, you'll need the peristaltic pump. That's another $10. So for about 40 bucks, you can make this yourself if you were so inclined, and get the controller running on it. Here, you guys want some soup? It's a working prototype, man. Oh. So fucking hot. Ow! I burned my tongue. Soup too damn hot. Ow! That's tasty though. That's tasty though. Why hot? My cooker's just too damn good. It made tasty hot soup. What can I say? What can I say? I simply made something that has a little too much skill. Haha. Not quite as slick, but now, does this look as good as the ad? Not really. But the important moral of the story here is that it is a prototype, and it is working, and it took me less than $50 and 2 evenings to make the prototype. I don't know, man. What are the cucumbers in the source video? I believe those are zucchinis and not cucumbers. I missed some shit. I got back and everything's broken. Only the stirrer broke. Everything else still works. It's just a little janky of a setup. Why are they making the machine for soup? Just drop the stuff in the pot. No, there is something to, like, adding your veggies first and getting them softened, and then adding the meat and browning it with the veggies, and then adding the broth. There is something to that. Now, does it need to be a subscription service hustle bullshit thing? Probably not, if I had to guess. Is having a staged ingredient store worth a subscription? I don't know what they're gonna charge for it. I also don't know if AI is going to be directly involved. I'm assuming it is. Because the creator was posting shit about Sam Altman, I'm pretty sure. But I think that's maybe like a San Fran humiliation ritual. Like, oh, you wanna make it as a tech startup? Sorry, bro, you gotta start sucking off Sam Altman. That might just be the way it goes. $150 a month? $20 a month or $30 a month for human assistance? Keep AI out of my food. I don't know if AI is going to be used. The video is AI. But maybe the only way the AI is used in the product is to try to scam investors when you don't have a prototype. You got a grapefruit Sam Altman? Hang on. I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna do a little more deep diving because I gotta say, I am like eternally fascinated by I love this. I love startup culture because it's so like specific, and it's been surprisingly the same for the like so long. Like when I was scamming startups in high school, like the culture was kind of the same. It's just that people didn't know about it as much. Now that Twitter is big, people like see it more, but the archetype is like basically the same. It switched. Originally it was .io domains and Internet of Things. Then it was blockchain and crypto, and then NFT, and now it's AI. There's always like a trend that's being chased, but it's at its core, it's the same, you know? The grapefruit technique video should be like in the Library of Congress. For that was Web 2.0. Internet of Things is Web 2.0. What am I supposed to do with my mentally unstable monkey NFT? I think it's funny that there are some real products that the owners of the products bought NFTs to put on the product because they're like, oh yeah, because like part of the appeal was that you owned all the rights or whatever when you bought it. But then like anyone that has one of those fucking monkeys on their product, I just automatically assume is an absolute clown. So like you can't even use your fucking expensive PNG without looking like an idiot. It's a real catch-22. You can use it anywhere, but anytime you use it, it makes you look stupid. The shitty pixel art avatar? Yeah, that's the other one. I forgot about that one. Hey, let me read the chat messages here. Imagine someone cooking with this, and someone hacks into it and sets the stirrer to turbo and flings shit everywhere. I've made that. I made a self-stirrer that went crazy and flung shit everywhere. It didn't get hacked. It was just me being bad. First time I've caught it live due to my work schedule. Love your vids. Thank you, Knights Aaron, and thank you for the $5. Chris Robinson, thank you for the $2. Every meal with this machine is a struggle meal. Ain't that the way? Oi. Rastal Yawn, thank you for the bits. Post us to kitchen cells when it's done. I'm not gonna do that. AV Fusion, thank you for that gifted sub. And thank you for the 100 bits, AV. What's the round black thing they put in doing? I don't know, it disappears in the other frames. I think it's like supposed to be a plug for the water reservoir, but it doesn't make sense because a lid goes on the whole thing. Anyway, let's raid out. Let's see who's live. Let's see who's live. Oh, Hina is live. Oh, Hina's playing the RV game. I want to play that. That looks like Friend Slop I like. Can you take a picture and DM it to me so I can post it to Kitchen Cells? Sure, bro. Don't worry about it. Thank you guys for stopping by. Tomorrow, for Friday's stream, I think I'm gonna do this. I'll need to double check and make sure I do have all the parts, but I'm pretty sure I printed them all out. Someone ages ago bought me a kit to build a Nerf gun that's like really strong. It shoots like the balls. They bought all the parts, and I just need to 3D print stuff off. And I haven't had an opportunity. I've been saving it for a rainy day. And I feel like it's gonna be fun to do on Friday. So let's do that tomorrow. I feel like that'll be a good old time. Because it's a proper build and everything. We get to shoot shit. And then Saturday, I'll also be live. As it's not a sponsored stream. I'm not getting paid to do it, but Flork asked me if I wanted to watch his debuts for Socks Agency. And I may or may not know the guy that's debuting, so I was like, yeah, sure. So we'll be checking that out on Saturday, and then maybe doing some other shit, maybe playing some Fortnite with Hina and Mint and Chromu. I'll see you guys around. The timer ran out. Oh, the stream ended? Whoops. Anyway, YouTube. For YouTube, that's what'll be up. And thank you guys so much for coming by the way. Also, I removed the members only Void stream. Because one, people kept saying, you're being greedy. Why'd you lock it behind members only? And first of all, it wasn't to make money. It was because I thought it would just be funny if that was the only members only video. However, what I didn't realize would happen is that I am browsing like YouTube on my own, and it's fucking recommending, it keeps recommending that stupid members only Void black screen VOD. And it will not stop recommending it to people. And it's like, stop fucking advertising the worst stream of all time as if it's my primary content, man. So anyway, it's unlisted now, so if you have a link, then you have a link. But yeah, it's unlisted. It's not gone. Here, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna be real nice. I'm going to post the link right now, and then you'll have it. Get shareable link. Only the people who stayed, because as soon as the stream ends, everyone starts leaving. Only the ones who stayed this long get the Void stream link. Save it now. I'm never sharing the link again. Will you build a real gun but Nerf parts? So, Twitch and YouTube are both very, very, very picky about that. Because I would love to do a stream that's like, how to build a muzzleloader from scratch. But, can't really do that one. So, you know, I try my best. I try my best to ride the edge. I'm already unbrand safe. We don't need to also be getting banned from all my platforms. Anyway, I will see you guys tomorrow at 6. Good night and goodbye. Good night.